Hello, hello, and welcome on back to Red Dead Redemption 2. Anyway, I'm not sure how exactly it's gonna work out, but at least for probably like 3 days, it's gonna be my last live stream. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not too sure. I'm going on like a little mini vacation for a bit, just like 3 days, so no big deal or nothing. It might technically be 4 days. I don't know, again, I'm not 100% sure on it. But yeah, so last little live stream for a while, taking a break. And plus it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know, this is obviously like a me problem, but I would say it's probably like a general human problem. But I've been struggling with being productive, you know? Whereas like sometimes I can be like really productive for a bit and that's nice and it feels good. Like it feels really nice being productive and getting stuff done. And then just some days I wake up and I'm like, yep, today is not a productive kind of day. And today was one of those days, unfortunately. Or, I don't know. Maybe it's not unfortunate. It's kind of how it is. Anyway, I'm just going to be fishing probably for the main part of this. Yeah, I don't think this is going to catch anything, but I'm almost kind of curious if it will.
Okay.
I mean, there are some big fish in this pond here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, look at that. But yeah, anyway, ooh, yeah, I don't know. I was like, man, there were like a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. Some of them more depressing, and one more lighthearted. The lighthearted thing is well, not depressing, but more like, I don't know, like complicated, I guess would be the term.
Yep. Yep. Come on.
Come on, get him, get him, got
You look pretty revolting.
him. Wow, poor guy. Mm. All right, what? Yeah, why are there horses freaking out?
How's about this bait, I wonder?
It's not my horse.
I don't mind this weather at all.
But yeah, anyway, read the news chapter of Chainsaw Man. It was pretty good. It was pretty funny. And it does lead me to kind of have the belief that it's like, people really can't handle stuff. Like, I kind of think stuff is canceled for people until you're able to handle stuff. Because, like, my God, it was like such a little chapter, but it was like so funny. It was like, for me, it was like absolutely hilarious. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was like really fun. Like, I don't know, man. It's like, it's really nice because it's like, I don't know. I hope I don't come across as like elitist or something when I say this, but like, I enjoy genuine comedy. Like, a lot of people think they can do comedy, and they think, like, being funny or comedic is just like, oh, I said and or did the funny thing, trademark. Like, it's just like, if you say something funny or you do something that's funny, that automatically equates it to being funny. You know, it's like the old classic internet adage, loud equals funny.
This could work.
Like, I don't know. It's very it's very, I don't know. For me, it's very fun, and like rejuvenating is the way I would describe it, when you actually find something that is funny. Because, like, oftentimes it's like I'm just inundated? Yeah. Inundated or inundated? No, no. But you're just like bombarded online with like all these unfunny posts by these unfunny people. No offense, like not being funny is not like a character flaw or something. Like you're just not funny, and it's like baffling to me that it's like that like other people do find it funny. And it's like, no, 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 no. You need humor. You need a joke. You need structure. You need, like, expectation and, like, a twist. You need something to, like, to find humorous. Like, I don't know. I often find myself, like, struggling to deconstruct why humor works, or like because also different types of humor, there are different forms of humor that might not be my forte or might not be my particular flavor, and like some people might not be a fan of my humor, which like I think that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just really weird to me that I don't know. It's like I don't know if it's that people are like confidently unfunny, but it's just like I don't know. It's like I don't really get humor sometimes, and like the newest chapter for Chainsaw Man as of recording this is I think chapter 111. It should be. And it's so funny. Like it's so funny. I don't want to spoil it because it's like, again. Usually I'm pissed because I'll know that a new chapter of Chainsaw Man is out. Because like somebody will make a post about it, like spoiling it, or like it not even necessarily like spoiling it for the sake of spoiling it, but just more so like talking about it. It's like shut the fuck up. Like I felt this way about like the latest chapter, because like yeah, I don't know how far I was like up to like chapter like 99 or 100 when I was like, all right, I'm gonna put it down for a while for like for Chainsaw Man. So it was like nice getting back into it, and I got to read like a bunch of chapters in bulk, and now I'm back to it recent, like weekly. But it's like this was like a really funny one. Like, and now fair warning, spoilers. Where here I'm gonna not fish. I'm gonna turn around here, so you can just skip forward to when I like turn around and throw out some bait. That's when I'll be done talking about the new chapter of Chainsaw Man. But it's called like Panties something or something. And like it's pretty funny because it's like the Death Devil, i.e. Little D, like revealing that information, and then Denji just like being so appalled by it. Like he's like, are you serious? And then she like tells him the truth, and he's like, I don't believe you. This is crazy. And then like a minor bit character, like I think he was like a swordsman or like the sword devil or something like that. He shows up and he's like, oh hey, you should just go ahead and show him you like the thing that kind of proves that you're the Death Devil. And the way she proves it, she lifts up her like skirt or dress, and you just see like this giant gaping hole in her body, like not what you're thinking, like in her chest. Like her chest is completely gone, and it's because she like tried to remove all her organs in order to die, but since she's the Death Devil, she can't die. I don't know, it's a very odd series, but it's like so interesting and like artistic and funny and interesting. I don't know, I love Chainsaw Man. It's genuinely one of my favorite mangas. It's so great. Uh, but anyway, it's then like just like it's like 3 or 4, maybe 5 pages of just like Denji looking at her panties. And it's like so funny. There's like just 6 shots like back to back. And it's like his mouth is agape the whole time, and then I don't even think he noticed that she's like missing all of her organs and like the literal center of her body. He's just like, okay, I trust you. And afterwards, after just like so many panels, man, it was so fucking funny. Like it genuinely, it got me so good. Like it is nice when something is like it's genuinely like it is a understanding of comedy. Like it's like I love seeing people who are like actually funny do something funny, and it was so funny. And I like open up the comments because like the way I read it is that I go to like the Chainsaw Man subreddit and it's like, hey, it's up here on this site and this site, and so I like click on those, and like the comments are all like, oh man, it's wow, this is completely just fan servicey, and it's like like never read the comments for a manga, man, especially something like Chainsaw Man, because it's just people like fundamentally misunderstanding it, like it not even just being like, oh, I think this is like pervy and exploitative or whatever. It's like, first of all, if you found the scene of the Death Devil showing off her like like gaping hole in her body to be like titillating or sexy or whatever, that says more about you than really than anything else. But then it's just like I don't know what to tell you, man. It's like if you're horned up or whatever, that's fine, nothing wrong with it. But it's just like it's just somebody in their underwear. Like, do you like pop a boner and or get like soaking, dripping wet anytime you see like an underwear ad? Whereas like those are like specifically made to be sexy. You know, where it's like, oh, look at this person in underwear, and ooh, wow, my, very titillating. It's like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just desensitized. Like when I was a teenager, I'm sure I would have been like, ooh, wow, pretty lady in underwear. But like, you know, as a fucking full-grown adult, if you're like, whoa, underwear, I don't know what to tell you. You have the mind of a horny teenager. You are Denji. You should be relating to him. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like it was just such like a genuinely like funny moment, and there are like so many like genuinely really funny moments in Chainsaw Man. Like that's why I love it, is that there are these like deep scenes that are like interesting, like kind of tackling like philosophy, the meaning of life, and like all these things, and then there's also like some literally laugh out loud moments in it that are just like so funny to see, and it's like it's so fun. Like I don't know, man, at least for me, like the feeling of like I think Denji says this at some point, but then also I'm forgetting the old guy's name, but the old guy that like trains Power and Denji for like a time, where he's like, hey, the key to devil hunting is being more insane than the devils. And like this idea of, because it's like, for me, that's so much more fun than like your basic bitch like power scaling thing of like, oh, I have more magic than you, or oh, I can cast a bigger, more more powerful spell than you. It's like, no, it is two insane people trying to out crazy each other. That's what the fights in Chainsaw Man are. Not always, but like the more bigger ones are like that, and it's fun. It's fun seeing like two insane people in these like insane situations. Like it also like this idea of like devils being concepts that are like personified and can do all these like horrific and like scary things, with the fact that like it's fueled and powered by the fact that people fear them. And it's like, I don't know, it is really interesting that it's like that in this world, it's like Chainsaw Man is so powerful, because like people fear him. And like it's even like a plot point where he like Chainsaw Man, i.e. Denji, is less powerful because people don't fear him as much because they're beginning to love him and see him as a hero. So they're not fearing chainsaws as much, and that makes him weaker. Like it's such an interesting concept for a manga, and it's being executed in such like a beautiful manner. And it's like genuine fucking art, and it's like people will see this. You will look at a chapter that is fucking free. It doesn't cost you any money, and it should. Like if I had the opportunity to, I would be paying for every single chapter of Chainsaw Man. Like I probably, if I ever have like disposable income, my ass is buying the entire goddamn volume of Chainsaw Man, every single one. All right, I'll even get them colored pages too, man. That would be sick. But yeah, it's like this really genuinely beautiful, amazing work of art, and there are just people who are like, there wasn't enough plot progression. Fuck you, man. That was some of the funniest shit I've ever read in my entire life. And you're over here being like, oh man, where's all the plot progression? It'll be there when it's there, man. You know? It's like you have like the big reveal of the last two chapters of like the plot twist of the Death Devil, and then also like the War Devil, i.e. Yoru, like becoming even more powerful because America just like apropos of nothing, like reinvented nuclear weapons. Like that's shit. It's really funny, but it's also like deeply kind of horrific. And it's like an interesting commentary on like America, but like it's like just so funny to me that it's like the War Devil becomes exponentially more powerful, and she's like, oh, I remember, I don't love Denji, I don't love Chainsaw Man, I love America, I love guns, I love death, I love war. And it's like this really interesting thing because it's like that's what America is, a war machine. And it's like such a war machine that even in a world where nuclear weapons were destroyed by the Chainsaw Devil, America is just like, hey, run that shit back again, we're doing it again. Independently, we don't even know that this shit is possible or capable, and we're making fucking nuclear weapons, and we're dropping that shit on the Soviet Union. It's really, I don't know, it's like such a interesting manga, and it's like, I don't know, I really do want to read it. I'll probably will reread it again, because it's like, I remember the last time I reread it, because I was trying to read the new chapters, like kind of, it's just a continuation, but like in my mind it's like Chainsaw Man Part 2, where it's like the first part ended where it did, and then the second part picked up. But I was like trying to read the second part, but I'm like, I'm kind of lost, I'm not into it. And so I went back to the beginning, reread the whole thing, and I'm like, this shit fucking slaps. This shit is art, man. It's so good. It's genuinely like, it's such an interesting medium. It does so much like fun stuff. The art is amazing. I love the characters. Like, it makes you laugh, it makes you cry, it makes you angry. Like it's the full spectrum of emotions, all there in a little tap or scroll of your fingers, and you're like, yeah, but I wanted more. Yeah, of course you want more, but are you the fucking artist? Are you fucking Fujimoto? No, you ain't. Are you pretending to be like a 9-year-old little girl that's his sister on Twitter? No. And you know why you're not doing that? Because you're not fucking Fujimoto. Oh, man. Anyway.
Well,
Let's see if anything's biting.
That's enough talk about spoilers for Chainsaw Man, but go read Chainsaw Man. It's great. It is fantastic. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But, like, I think there's a difference between going, oh, this thing isn't for me, and, oh, this thing is bad, and I don't like it. And that's kind of what I hate to see, is, like, people being, like, dismissive of it. Whereas, like, if you don't enjoy something, hey, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But
You can go.
to be, like, just fully ignorant of what it's doing and why it's doing what it's doing, I think it pisses me off. It tells me that you really got you got nothing going on upstairs. You like think about things, man. You know, because like that was like another thing where it's like other chapters I would read. You would go in the comments and it's like, man, what is even happening? Use your eyes. The only reason you should be saying that you don't know what's happening in the story is if you're blind, motherfucker. Like, use your eyes that are connected to your brain. It's not hard to comprehend, man. All right, like maybe some of the more subdued or subtle themes might go over your head, and I think that's all right. You know, I'm not going to begrudge you too much for that. But it's like people will look at a chapter where like visual stuff is happening, and they'll be like, "Man, what is even happening? What what is happening is what's happening. Look at it." God, man. Because like, I don't know. I will say it's very interesting. Whereas like, I've always loved manga. Like I really like manga. I think it's great. Like there are a lot of like animes that people like, which I kind of like too by proxy. But it's like I like them mostly because I read the manga. Like Full Metal Alchemist and Death Note are two. Like I read that shit in middle school, and like. Honestly, it's like both of them are so good. Like I've reread Death Note, but I do kind of want to reread Full Metal Alchemist because like Full Metal Alchemist is like so fun, and it's like it's kind of a shame that it's like if you want the full experience of Full Metal Alchemist, you have to watch like half of the first anime, and then you got to watch like the rest of it of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, where it's like I don't know, it's like the Full Metal Alchemist original anime is insane. Like it's like they make some unnecessary changes from the manga that like aren't a big deal, but it's kind of annoying. But then like the ending and the explanation for it is like so weird because it's like it is this like fantasy world, and like it has this like laws, and it has its own rules, and it has its own things going on for it. And then, like, do you mind if I spoil the end of the original Full Metal Alchemist anime? Trust me, you're not missing much. And if anything, me telling it to you might make you go, well, now I kind of want to see it. But, like, the reveal because it's like, this was also not the ending in the manga. And the manga had a completely different ending. It went in a like, much more wholesome, like, normal ending direction. Like, I don't know, it's an ending where it's like, it's pretty basic, but you're like, yeah, now that's an ending. Where it's like, Full Metal Alchemist, like, the anime ends with, like, Edward, and I think, like, somebody else, not Hughes, maybe, I don't know, but, like, basically, like, the characters discovering that, like, alchemy only happens in this world because the nuclear bombs that were dropped on Japan are, like, you are fueling that power. Like it's all like the only reason why alchemy is able to happen in the Full Metal Alchemist universe, according to the original anime ending, is because 2 nuclear bombs were dropped on Japan, and now it's like that it's fueling this parallel universe, and it's like such a weird thing, you know? Where it's like, it's like, I don't know, I don't mind, like there are plenty of, like, anime that tackle, like, the idea and the impact of the bombs being dropped on Japan. Like, it's genuinely a tragedy. Like, if you're, like, an American particularly, or really anyone else, then you're like, yeah, well, you know, it was fucked up, but it was necessary to end the war. No, it wasn't. Like, no, it wasn't. Like, also, it's like, it's so baffling to me, because it's like, why did they choose civilian cities? Like, at the very least, if they had bombed, like, a ship, or they had, like, bombed, like, a military base, at least that would have, like, made some tactical sense, and it's like, you know, it's like a lot of people in the military aren't necessarily, like, evil, but it's like, you're signed up to die, but, like, they bombed 2 fucking cities full of people, man! And it's like, and arguably, it's like they didn't even need to bomb the second city.
Okay.
if you do buy into this idea that's like, oh well, this was needed to end the war, it's like, first of all, no it wasn't, and second of all,
I got you.
it's like it sure shit didn't need to bomb two of them. But yeah, it's like I think there are like plenty of like stories that kind of tackle this idea, but it's just like it feels weird putting it into a story that it didn't have that as the original intention, and then it also just feels weird and silly because it's like right, because it's like it's like why who thought it was a good idea, like who thought this was like poignant or like meaningful. Like if anything it feels like disrespectful. Like I don't know, I kind of have a problem with stories like that where it's like well, one of the very first like let's play series I did on my channel when I was like first starting out was this game called Chernobylite. And if you can't tell by the name alone, it's basically like Stalker. It's a rip-off of Stalker, but just like more directly of like an allegory for like, oh yeah, the Chernobyl meltdown disaster fucking like fucked up this area and essentially made it Fallout. Like I think Fallout gets away with it because it's not based on like an actual tragedy. Like there are references to like the nuclear bombs where it's like, you know, you can get like the mini the mini what are they called? Are they called like the mini nuke launchers or whatever? But like they have names like Fat Man and Little Boy, which were the two names of the bombs. Where it's like there's references to that, but it's not specifically like going like, hey, here we're gonna make this like silly thing out of this real thing that happened. Instead, it's like a bit of a satire of like the idea of nuclear war and like how it's like how like America like did this to itself, you know. It's like there's a reason why the games take place in a nuclear wasteland of America. Like there's a reason. It's pointed, it's meaningful, it's done purposefully. And like and like for me it feels weird, and I never really got over that, especially with Chernobylite, because also it's like Chernobylite, the ending of it is like this. It is this weird thing where I'm just gonna spoil it, and I also might be wrong because it's been forever since I played the game and looked up the ending. But like you get to the end of the game and you find out that it's like there are parallel dimensions or something like that, and like your character is a clone or something of your like father. So like you're in love with your mother, you have these visions of like your dead wife who you find out is actually your mother. It's like the weirdest fucking thing, and it's like such a strange and odd game. And like again, it's like I don't mind if shit wants to be weird, if you want to take something that like is real and do something interesting or weird with it, but you have to do it like well. It has to be good at the very least, right? Like I think even if you were to do something like that where it's good or interesting, it's like that's still like it's still like a Herculean task. Like it's still like gonna be really hard to kind of make up for the fact that you're like doing all this weird shit with like a real fucking genuine tragedy that happened in the real world. Like I ended my series of Chernobylite talking about how it's like, oh man, I can't wait to play a game where you fucking like go into like the ghost buildings of 9/11 and you have to fight fucking ghosts, or it's like, or something like that. Like I want to play a video game where you do all this stupid shit and it's based on 9/11, because like I don't know, particularly in America there are like a lot of 9/11 jokes, but it's like I think most people can kind of like separate the jokes and people fucking around and making memes on the internet with like acknowledging the actual tragedy, where it's like it would be weird and tasteless, I think, to make like a video game about that. But it's like, if somebody did, I would be like, okay, now what are you doing with that? Like, what are you saying with that? If you're gonna like make this like fantasy thing based on the real tragedy 9/11, is like, what are you doing with that? Like, why are you doing that? Like, do you just have that as like shock factor, as like a way to make your game stand out or your story or whatever? Like take for example the movie Remember Me, where it's like, it doesn't really have anything to do with 9/11, but like the plot twist of the movie is that you like see this character go on a journey. I don't know, I haven't seen it, but I think it's like it's Robert Pattinson. Pattinson.
Nice.
The Batman and Edward Cullen from the Twilight series. Like, you kind of like follow him, and then like the movie ends with him in the towers on 9/11, and it's like this like zoom out shot where he's like in an office building or whatever, and it zooms out and it's like, oh, there he is in one of the twin towers on 9/11, and it's like, it's fucking crazy. Like, it's a crazy ending. I don't think too many people are like appreciative of it. Like, I don't know, I'm sure some people like it, but like, I don't know. Yeah, actually, I'm kind of curious. What's the fucking IMDb on that shit? Now I'm curious, man. Let's see. Anyway, get back in there, little bluegill. Yeah, Remember Me came out in 2010. Does star the guy from Twilight. Yeah. So yeah, it's 7.1 on IMDb. So that's honestly a bit higher than I expected, based on like 459 user reviews, I think. Or maybe it's based on like 160,000. I don't know, but yeah, on Rotten Tomatoes for critics, based on 136 reviews, 26%. Audience score 69%. Nice. So I think general audiences liked it more, but like, critics were more like, yeah, this is fucked up and weird. And also, I don't know. Maybe I should watch Remember Me and see if it's a good movie or not. But it's like, I don't super care. I'm just using it as like an example where it's like, it's like, I don't know, it's like, I think you can do interesting things with like real tragedies, and like I don't know, I wish I remembered the name of it, but there was like a comedy made by like a Palestinian filmmaker, where it's like the scene I saw from it, at least, is like this guy like going out of his house, taking the garbage out to like the garbage bin, and like there's just like a tank outside like following him with like with like the cannon of the tank. Like, it's just like following him as he goes like from outside his house to the garbage. It's like pretty funny, but it's like, it's made by somebody from Palestine, and it's like about his own experiences, where it's like based on like a true story, but it's like, because it's a film, because it's art, it's like a heightened reality. Where it's like, I don't know, I think people compare it to like a Wes Anderson film. Damn, I really wish I remembered the name of it. But it's like, stuff like that is interesting, and that's like genuine art that like should be allowed to be made and like, watched and seen by people, experienced. And I don't know, it's kind of sad that like people are like willing to write off art, because it's like, again, it's like with my whole thing is, I'm not saying that you can't do these things, but if you do, you have to do them well, and you have to do them with like a purpose and like a clarity. Like, you have to really be going out of your way to be like, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is why I'm doing it. And it's like, I don't know, to me it's like some of the movies and some of the like games just feel like it's more like a shock value thing, where it's not like actually doing anything interesting or unique with it. It's just like it's just being weird and not great. But you know, feel free to disagree with me. I think that's like perfectly reasonable. But you got to have arguments. You got to like present your case. You know. Which like I don't know, lately with that new Homestuck thing by Vizzy Pop or whatever, it's like it's like I don't know, it definitely does seem like it's not going to be great. I don't know, cuz like I was thinking about this cuz like I was thinking back in middle school where I was like, "Oh yeah, I was reading some like pretty good like mangas and watched some pretty good animes." Like I remember one I watched that like a recommendation of like someone in my class was like Oron High School Host Club, and it's like I remember really liking that in middle school. And then you know, I haven't like gone back and watched the whole thing, but it's like you go back and watch some scenes. It's like, ooh, that's a slur. Ooh. But yeah, it's but like I think overall it's not bad, you know. But I don't know. It's also been forever since I watched it, so I can't say for certain. But yeah. Anyway, with that, I was gonna mention that it's like I tried to read Homestuck. Like I got through like the first couple of chapters, and like honestly, I'm like, this is confusing and also sucks. Like, like this is like a weird way to read what is essentially a web comic, and then it's also like not good. Like it's not interesting. It's confusing. It's boring. It's not funny. So like I don't know, because like for me it's like I probably have heard and seen more stuff about the Homestuck fandom than I have for like actual like Homestuck. Like I don't know fuck all about the like actual property. Like to me the most interesting thing is like Toby Fox is voicing in this. Toby Fox has a voice. I thought that guy just made video games by himself in a cave with a box of scraps. But yeah. I don't know, I'm trying to think about it of like what's like the other thing I wanted to say along those lines of like oh yeah, I just want like a more detailed breakdown on like why Homestuck isn't good or what like the lore of it is. Cuz it's like there's these characters, there's like trolls, there's like another world or something. Like I really genuinely don't know what's going on with the plot of Homestuck. Like it is like to me it's nothing. Like it's nothing at all. Cuz like ooh, actually here this is a possibly slightly embarrassing story, but it's mostly funny. I remember you know on occasion I would read like fan fiction, and like I remember one time I found like this like Fallout New Vegas fan fiction, and it was like following these like three soldiers in the NCR, and it was like really interesting, but they had like these like bizarre names, but I just like sort of chalked it up to like, oh okay, it's just it's just like, oh, it's like apocalypse is silly names or whatever. And so I was like reading it, and I was like kind of enjoying it. I'm like, this shit is pretty good. I'm liking this, you know. And keep in mind, I'm in like middle school, so I don't know if I'm necessarily a good judge, a good critic in this case. But I was like, I was going through it, and I'm like, huh. And then eventually I figure out, I'm like, oh, the fucking characters have these weird names because they're trolls from Homestuck, and it ruined it for me. I was like, oh no, this shit sucks now. I hate it. until I found it, like before I found out that it was like the characters in it were the trolls from Homestuck, I was like, oh, this shit's pretty good. It's pretty interesting. I like it. But as soon as I found out, I'm like, this is ruined. I can't read it anymore. God damn it. Oh man. I will say though, it's like no offense to some people out there, but it's like, me growing up being like a weird kid, like I don't know, I would say I'm definitely not like extremely weird. You can judge for yourself based on that. But at least in like I would say it's like for the most part I was like shy and like not exactly your standard kid, but like I wasn't like extremely abnormal. And then like I moved in like the beginning of the 7th grade. I moved from Florida to North Carolina, and then I had friends, but like all my friends were like weirdos and like outcasts and like quiet shy kids like me. And which is to say nothing against them. Like they were all great. Like I was actually thinking about some of my friends from like middle school, where it's like I don't know, you make some weird friends along the way, and it's like I don't know. And I remember like in middle school there was this one guy I would hang out with all the time, and like he was like a super tall, super quiet kid. Like he barely talked, but like for whatever reason, like we just kind of got along as like we were both just like quiet kids. So it's like I remember like most days where it's like you would go like outside for recess or whatever. Like we would just like hang out and like I would mostly talk at him. Like he would occasionally say something, but he didn't say much, and I'm like, man, I wonder whatever happened to that guy. I hope he's doing well. Like he deserves to be doing well, because he was like a good guy. He was just like very quiet, very subdued, didn't talk, didn't what wasn't very wasn't very social. I think that's why we kind of got along. Why we just sort of like hung out together and just like ate lunch together. It's because it's like we're both like quiet kids. I was just like slightly less quiet than him. But yeah, so it's like I don't know. I was definitely like not normal. Like I'm sure some people were like, "Oh yeah, that guy. Oh, I remember that guy. He was a freak. He was a weirdo or whatever." But I think for the most part, I was mostly seen as just like not cool or anything, but definitely not like I was sure as shit not popular. And so, like, I would say anyway, with that, I, like, mostly avoided doing, like, weird stuff. Like, there were, like, a few things I did that were, like, weird, but then it was, like, never, like, anything that was, like, too extreme. Like, I don't know, I don't really want to tell this story because it's embarrassing for a variety of reasons. But I remember I was, like, going around asking people, like, a philosophical question. Because I've always been interested in, like, philosophy and, like, what people think. And it's like, I was kind of right about this, where it's like, I'm like, I think most people, when kind of asked if, like, if you could kill someone, but you knew for a fact it would make the world a better place, would you do it? It's like most people said no. And it's like, I find that to be interesting, because it's like, I think some people would, like, knee-jerk be like, yes, I would. And wouldn't necessarily, like, think about it. But it's like, and I think also people, a lot of the time, knee-jerk reaction say no. And it's like, I don't know that's necessarily, like, morally good or morally bad. It's like, I don't think you should be forced to do anything you don't want to do. But it's like, if you have the opportunity to do something good, even if it's something that you don't want to do, are you a bad person for not doing it? I think it's an interesting philosophical question. I'm sure I could have phrased it better when I was in high school. And just going up and randomly asking people it. So, like, that's pretty fair. And, like, but because of that, and I'm sure it's like, I feel bad because I probably made someone feel uncomfortable by asking them that. But, like, I then had to, like, go talk to, like, the school police officer. And you know what the school police officer was like? He was like, oh yeah, shit, that's a good question. And he was like, I was like, all right, you can go. I didn't get in trouble at all for it. It was just like, oh man, is this guy dangerous? And he's like, oh no, this guy's cool. This guy will make for a good cop. Because it's like, yeah, of course the cop's like, yeah, I think killing someone and making the world a better place is part of my job. And it's like, I don't know if it is, buddy, but oh man. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. So it's like, don't get me wrong. I was a fucking weirdo freak, but like it didn't cross that line most of the time. I think. I hope. And so like again, for the most part, it's like people just left me alone. Like I don't think people disliked me. It's like if anything, more people didn't know me or just didn't care about me, which was fine by me. It's like I don't fucking care about you either. I say, I lie, and I cope, as I wish I was popular and people liked me. But yeah, no, there's like somebody who was talking about Homestuck, where it's like, Homestuck is getting popular, that thing that made me like a social pariah in my school, and it's like, hey, listen, I feel for you. Homestuck didn't make you a social pariah. You did. Like, just because you were into something weird and nerdy and geeky in school, and it made you do cringeworthy stuff, that's not the media property's fault. That's your fault. If it wasn't Homestuck, it would have been something else. I assure you.
Ha! You'll do.
Oh, hell yeah. That guy's playing the jaw harp. I like the jaw harp. It's an interesting instrument. But yeah, it's like, so I don't know, I almost kind of want to watch a video about Homestuck, like specifically about the story. Like I don't give a fuck about Andrew Hussey or he, right? He, or they. I'm not entirely sure what Andrew Hussey's pronouns are. But, like, you know, it's like, I don't care about the creators, I don't care about the fandom, I don't care about any of that shit. Tell me about the story of Homestuck. Like, what the fuck is going on with that? Like, that, I think, to me, I'm a bit more curious about that. Where it's like, what is going on with that? Where it's like, I don't need to know about, like, the Sharpie incident or, like, the bathtubs full of, like, gray dye or whatever, like... look, I've heard about all that, man. Tell me about the story, because god damn it, I'm gonna say it, I'm curious. I'm sure as shit not reading Homestuck. It seems like it would take too long and also suck. And also, I don't think it's like archived properly anymore or whatever. So it's like, who cares? But yeah, it's like there's like 4 main characters, right? It's like John and Rose, and then like the other ones. Right? I only know Rose and, like, John. And I mostly know Rose just because, like lately I've been seeing, like, a cosplayer who, like, will just lip sync, like, funny videos while doing, like, a Rose cosplay. And that's it. Her name is Rose, right? She's, like, the purple one. Because John's, like, the green one. And then I think there's, like, a red one. And then is there a blue one? Is the blue one also another nerdy guy? I don't know. I will say though that there was a funny a funny thing with like somebody talking about Visipop doing doing the Homestuck adaptation. And it's like perfect for her because it's a bunch of paper white characters calling each other slurs, and I'm like, is that a thing in Homestuck? Were they calling each other slurs? I don't think I got to that point where they were just like calling each other slurs. But then again, it was also like when I read it, I was like in middle school or whatever, so it was like, you know, it's 2011, 2012, 2013, so it's like slurs were pretty common back in the day, so I wouldn't have necessarily been like, whoa, I can't believe it, a webcomic said a naughty word. I'd just be like, yeah, that's pretty par for the course. Like, it's not out of the ordinary. Alright, let's do it after all this time. Okay. I'm getting there. I was afraid to look at my honor because I'm like, I've been doing this for like a hot minute, and I don't know how well my honor has improved or not. It's improved. It's improved. There's a dog barking outside my home, and it is fucking annoying. I don't know, I will say it is pretty funny, like, because like me, sometimes I get like really fucking annoyed with dogs. Like I loved my dog because you know, it was my dog, he was part of the family, but also that motherfucker annoyed the fuck out of me when he was alive. Sometimes where it's like I would be sleeping and then he sees like a fucking rabbit or like a family walking down